Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Introduction to Bitrix24 webinar. My name is Dmitry Davidov. I am Bitrix24 Chief Marketing Officer and your host for today's webinar. I think it's going to take about 1 hour. We have a lot of ground to cover. And let me start with a few quick facts about our company and the product in case you are totally new to Bitrix24. As a company, we're almost 20 years old. We started as a small web studio 20 years ago in 1998, believe it or not. And the Bitrix24 cloud service that you are using right now was launched in April of 2012. So our CRM is 5 years old, or just about. This year we have launched a very important addition to Bitrix24 called Bitrix24 Sites. Of course, if you've seen my previous fall 2017 release webinar about new features, then you already know it's a free landing page designer that is natively integrated with our CRM and sales automation tools. We do have a very large user base. About 40% of those 2.7 million organizations that signed up with Bitrix24 are our active CRM users. And this is pretty important too, folks. Of course, we are an international project with multiple languages supported, and we do have data centers in various parts of the world. Because I'm going to be talking about CRM specifically, usually the data stored in the CRM falls under the category of personal data. And countries increasingly pass various laws and regulations that stipulate that this type of data has to be stored specifically in this country under certain conditions. So if you are in the European Union, I just want you to be aware of the fact that bitrix24.eu and bitrix24.de domain zones are hosted in Frankfurt, Germany, in Amazon Web Services Center there. If you use bitrix24.com domain zone, then your data is stored in North America. And of course, if you are a commercial Bitrix24 user, you can request to move data from one domain zone to another at any point. And if you would like to host your data in your country, we do have on-premise editions. All you have to do is contact your regional Bitrix24 reseller that will buy on-premise Bitrix24, install it on your server, and migrate your data from cloud to on-premise. We have been reviewed extensively, and maybe this is the reason how you learned about Bitrix24 and started using our CRM. It has received a number of awards. But what makes our CRM stand out, other than the fact is that pretty much everything is free, I do want to remind you that the free version comes with unlimited CRM records. The only practical limit there is 12 CRM users, and some features are not available under the free plan. But even if you do decide to become a commercial Bitrix24 user, all prices for Bitrix24 plans are per account, not per user. So Bitrix24 Plus, that's $39 a month per account. It allows you to have up to 24 users. And of course, I recommend you go with our top-of-the-line Bitrix24 Professional plan. $199 a month, unlimited users, unlimited online storage, unlimited pipelines, unlimited web forms, unlimited open channels. Pretty much everything is unlimited. Again, please refer to our pricing page for details. If you like to save money, by far the most economical option for our CRM is a junior on-premise edition called Bitrix24.crm. It allows you to have up to 12 users, and that's $1,500 one-time fee. You buy it, you install it on your server, and then you're not locked into month-to-month payments. As you know, most of the CRM today, like Salesforce, Zoho, many others, do not allow one-time fee where you buy software and install it on your server. Bitrix24 gives you an option. If you want to use our cloud for free, that's fine. If you want to use our commercial cloud plans, that's fine. If you want to purchase Bitrix24 outright and install it on your server, you can do that. And when I say your server, that's a figure of speech, because your local Bitrix24 reseller can host it for you as well. You do not really need to own a server. So again, Bitrix24, as you probably know, and I do recommend you watch my introductory webinar if you started from this webinar, because even though I'm going to be talking about our CRM specifically for about 1 hour, there are a number of other tools available inside your Bitrix24 package. Let me take a gulp of coffee. But let's talk about our CRM specifically. I'm just going to run through basic scenarios how our CRM is usually used. One common and popular scenario is when Bitrix24 is used for lead generation, lead capturing, and lead management. So it allows you to find prospects and convert them to lifelong customers. If you want to use Bitrix24 simply as a contact management solution, basically you upload your current list of existing clients and update it and maybe issue invoices once in a while, you can do that as well. We do have marketing and automation, sales automation tools that I will be going briefly into later on. And of course, if you want to support your customers in real time via live chat, via social media, that's where Bitrix24 Open Channel shine. So let me go over the basic design behind Bitrix24. So any business, and I really don't care what type of business you're in, you do use at least one communication channel with your customers, and usually it's more than one. So email, most of us receive incoming inquiries via email. Phone is popular. I have a friend whose entire business is run on Instagram. Website live chat is very popular. There are examples of businesses where most new inquiries generate from website forms when a customer comes in or prospective customer comes in, fills out a request form, for example. So all of those are available to you inside Bitrix24, and they are automatically integrated. This is, folks, crucially important, because you do not want to rely on human beings. Of course, you can say, you have to log every phone call, you have to log every incoming email, but it's much better if this happens automatically. And this is exactly the case with Bitrix24. We will automatically log all of your incoming calls, all of your incoming emails, all of your incoming social media inquiries, all of your requests from websites. So this is done automatically so that you can follow up on each lead. Make sure you don't forget anybody. You promptly contact your prospects, and of course we will automate as much of this process as possible. The end benefits of using Bitrix24 are threefold. First, of course, you're able to increase conversion because we have sales funnel. We visualize your sales process, you see each step of your sales process and conversion from one step to another. It gives you an idea where your possible bottlenecks are and how you can improve conversion of this step or that step, and you're able to get more customers out of the same number of leads once you start using Bitrix24 CRM. Another side benefit is increased lifetime value, because you're able to upsell and cross-sell effectively, essentially selling more or more often or bigger ticket items to the same audience. And of course, our open channels are a great way to improve customer loyalty. Now, here are the tools that are available to you inside Bitrix24. I'm going to be going into live demo shortly, but I just want to have slides so everything is visual and you see everything on your screen and understand that it is available to you inside Bitrix24 CRM, because some of those items I will be just mentioning and not really going into. I'm sorry, but 1 hour is not really enough to explain everything, because Bitrix24 CRM is very, very powerful. So we do have sales and marketing automation. You are able to run ads directly from inside your Bitrix24 CRM on Google, Instagram, and Facebook, targeting your customers or your leads in specific stages. For example, I do have a 30-minute webinar about Bitrix24 telephony and how to use Bitrix24 as a free call center. If you're interested in that, just as a reminder, if you use Bitrix24 telephony, we only charge for outbound phone calls, phone number rental, and few premium features like IVR. Everything else is absolutely free. And we have a great partner called telephony24.com if you would like to learn specifics. Also, before I get into the webinar, I do want you to be aware of the fact that I'm just doing this general overview for all Bitrix24 users. You are able to get one-on-one demos from any Bitrix24 partner. You do have to, when you contact a partner, you have to provide them with 3 pieces of information. Your budget for the project, because partners obviously work only with commercial clients. The size of your company, because it determines if they're going to be demoing cloud or on-premise Bitrix24, and a list of specific needs that you need to be covered in the demo, because it's good for partners to prepare a presentation and tailor it specifically for your needs. Anyway, I do want you to be aware that Bitrix24 can be used as a free multi-channel customer contact center. What else? Oh, that's actually an example of a company that uses our open channels. Actually, Ukrainian branch of Samsung uses our open channels for, I think, 2 years already, maybe. So if you go to samsung.com/ua, you will be able to see how it all works. And if you speak Ukrainian or Russian, you can actually interact with live agents on the other end. And of course, we have launched Bitrix24 Sites, which is a free website and landing page designer natively integrated with our CRM and sales automation. Again, I do encourage you to watch our fall 2017 release webinar that I've done, I think it was November 21st. I do not usually talk about new features that are coming to Bitrix24 in the introductory webinars, but I'm going to make an exception, because this winter, so in the next few months, commercial Bitrix24 users should see the following features added to their accounts. Sales targets, that's one. New email marketing options with advanced analytics, new advanced voice broadcasting, and new bulk texting options. Obviously, if you're a free user and if you're watching this webinar in May or March, you can test those features by simply going to subscription tab and activating free trial. Okay, I also want you to be aware of the fact that we have API, REST API, various apps, and it's really, really important that you do check out our marketplace apps, because certain features, like for example, integration with QuickBooks, Xero, FreshBooks, if you want to do free email marketing via MailChimp, via SendPulse, via MailyGen. I think we have one vendor that allows you to send up to 20 or 15,000 emails a month for free. If you want Stripe integration, if you want to receive online payments via credit cards, those are available exclusively via our marketplace, and access to our API and REST API is available free of charge, at least for right now, and you're able to create your own applications if you want to. Our mobile CRM is hugely popular, more than 1 million installation of iOS and Android apps combined. As far as I know, there are only 2 mobile CRM that are more popular than us, that's Salesforce and Zoho, but we're proud to be number 3. And again, this is probably the most powerful free mobile CRM on the market right now. Feel free to correct me if you find a deal better than that. The desktop app does not work with the CRM, but like I said, we do have a lot of other parts to Bitrix24. So if you do use document management, if you want to sync your Bitrix24 documents with the desktop, If you do audio, video calls, if you need to have screen sharing, then it's good to know that we do have free desktop app for Windows and Mac OS users. And again, I do encourage you to try our on-premise editions. We have it comes with source code, so it's customizable. You can do anything you want with it. It does have Active Directory integration. Active Directory integration, and we have full-featured help desk available in the business editions of Bitrix24 on-premise. Again, very, very affordable. There are free open source CRM out there, but none of them, as far as I know, give you as many tools as we do. They don't have web forms, they don't have live chat, they don't have sales automation, they usually don't have quotes on invoices. So again, $1,500 buys you Bitrix24 CRM one-time fee. And if you do not have your free Bitrix24 account yet, or if you want to download our on-premise CRM trial, go ahead and head over to bitrix24.com. Okay, let me start my live demo, and I am going in my demo instance. All right, the first thing I want you guys to do is go to subscription, and there you will see activate trial option. This is, I'm demoing the professional plan. Let me clock in so this thing doesn't distract anyone. And this is where you activate trial. So you get to test all the features that you will be seeing on your screen right now. The second thing I want you to do is you will probably want to invite users. Again, we do have videos that explain how invitations work, but here, unless you're flying solo and going to use our CRM for yourself, this is how you invite other CRM users. This menu and all the other menus are fully customizable. So if you started out Bitrix24, most of you may see this screen. That's the activity stream. If you plan to use only with the CRM, then all of your agents and you yourself can do this, and then your home page will be automatically changed to CRM. Let me briefly show you that you can, hide any item that you do not need. You can move them around, and once you're done with customization, you can, if you're a commercial user, you can set this menu for everyone. Now let's play around with this menu as well. It's also customizable. Configure menu, and here, yours will look a little differently. I rearranged the items in the order that I'm going to be covering them. But, this is, you can move this around as well. And again, finish customization, done. All right, so I have covered everything that I wanted to as far as invitation and customization goes. Okay, so you will be greeted actually you will be greeted by this page, but it's pretty self-explanatory. And once you start working in Bitrix24 CRM, you will probably want to work with either leads or deals or contacts or companies. There is no one right way to work with the CRM because every business works with CRM differently depending on what you use it for: sales, support, prospecting, lead generation, lead management. But I'm just going to go over basic scenarios. And because I'm going to be showing most of Bitrix24 CRM in the Kanban view, I just want you to be aware that if you go to the list view, this is where the group actions happen. This is where you can, email everyone, for example. Or this is where you can change statuses or stages for all leads or all, obviously I'm not going to do this, for your, all of your deals or all of your leads. So let me return back to leads. And okay, before I create my first lead manually, another thing, you probably already have a list of clients, or maybe you're using another CRM. So how do you migrate your data to Bitrix24? Very easily. We do have videos how to import from a CSV file. So this is lead import from CSV. With contacts, I actually have more options. I can upload comments, excuse me, not comments, contacts from Gmail, Yahoo Mail, Outlook, all the other options. And many of you are using another CRM right now, and you are migrating to Bitrix24. That is actually one of the most common scenarios. And the top 3 CRM that people migrate to Bitrix24 from, we already have them pre-installed as migration apps. So Salesforce, Zoho, Pipedrive. That's where you migrate from them to Bitrix24, but actually you can migrate to Bitrix24 from pretty much any CRM in the world. Let me show you this very cool app called Data to CRM. Right here, if I go to data2crm.com, there is a list of all CRM systems that I can migrate to Bitrix24 from. Now, the app is free, but this service is not. I think they allow you to migrate for up to like 500 records free, and then you have to pay, but it's very, very affordable. So I just want you guys to be aware of this option. Okay, let's say I'm starting from scratch. Let me add my first lead, and this form is exactly the same, or well, not exactly, but very similar to deals, to contacts, to companies. And I'm going to be simultaneously adding information and customizing the form. So I'm going to add Bill Clinton. It's very easy to customize Bitrix24 CRM. Add the fields that you don't need, delete the fields you don't need, add the ones you do need, add sections. I will be showing you how this is done. I'm not really sure. You see, this is the automatic duplicate prevention system that is available to you in Bitrix24. If it finds people with the same names or last names or emails or phone numbers, our system will say, hey, are you sure you want to add a duplicate record? Okay, let me show you how new sections are added. So actually, I forgot to, let me delete this first. Or how should I do it? Well, let me first save this. So I have, this is the duplicate preventer. It shows me that I have created the following leads, and they have all the same names because I've been doing this demo for a while now. And here is where you apply the changes for all the other users. If you want to save preferences for all users, or if you want to reset the form, CRM lead form, CRM contact forms for everyone, you have to be an admin for that. Okay, let me go back to show you how sections are added. So let me add a section. Let's add couple. First, we're going to be adding, let's call it presidency, if Bill Clinton is a president or not. And yes, Bill Clinton is a president. Let's another driving directions. I've saved this, and yes, indeed, the address is displayed on the Google map. Okay, so what can I do from inside this lead or contact or other CRM entities? Let's add a comment. I've added a comment. This is automation, not going to go into it. Let's make a phone call. Obviously, this is a fake number, so the phone is not going to go through. But, you know, this phone call was logged. If I want to schedule a phone call, I can do this as well. And if I did the call, bam, let's see, it goes from planned to completed activity. Let's send an email message. Email went out. If I want to use a template for email, done. I can schedule a task. I do have a hour-long introduction to Bitrix24 task and project management webinar as well. Let's see, what else do I want to show you? I can add this meeting to my calendar. Why not? Let me show you all the features that are available to you. And this is one feature that I really, really like. Okay, this is my cam. Just ignore it. If I visit somebody in the office or somebody visits my office, I can actually record the conversation. And this is a really cool feature. And let me share you a life hack. A lot of agents use this not to record conversations with clients, but actually as audio notes so that they don't have to type. Because let's listen to this. Really live. Okay, this is my cam. Just ignore it. If I visit somebody in the office or somebody visits my office, I can actually record the conversation. And this is a really cool feature. Okay, I think I've shown you everything. So, okay, so these are all activities logged in a timeline view, and you know, as a commercial user, you're also able to see the history log. This is especially helpful when multiple people work on the same lead or the same deal. And you know, I can add products and product catalogs, quotes, invoices. Well, not invoices. Invoices go from deals and other entities. I can run automation because I will be showing you advanced automations as workflows. I can move the lead around to different stages, all without leaving the CRM record. In this case, it's lead record. Okay, so we're done with leads, and let me explain what each one of those items mean. I think I promised you that I would do this, and I have not already. Okay, so lead is anyone who might become your customer but isn't yet. A deal is, in some instances, it's called opportunity. So it's an opportunity to sell something or an actual deal. Company is pretty self-explanatory, and a contact is a person inside that company. So this is how CRM usually works if we're talking about full sales cycle lead to deal. So suppose you sell, I don't know, dental equipment, and you do it in California. You're assigned California as your territory. So your leads could be, you would upload a list of all dental clinics or all dentists in California. You don't know anything about those people. You don't know them personally, so they start as lead. Then you start calling, emailing, visiting, and then you convert lead to companies and contacts. Contacts are people who you actually know, make decisions about which X-ray machine to buy. And then if you got someone interested in buying X-ray machine, you go to deal and you start a new deal. So that's called an opportunity, and it has, just like leads, leads are in various statuses: cold lead, warm lead. Deals come in stages as well. So if I want to, X-ray machine numbers, let me show you how deals are added. The stage, I can select the stage here. End date, let me switch this to company. I'm going to select Bitrix. So right away, I know that this person is associated with this company. The system does it automatically. Actually, I wanted to show another one, but okay. So we do support multiple contacts for a company as well. And if I want to make the deal recurring, I can. Obviously, if you sell X-ray machine, you sell it once. But if you do servicing, it's you do it every year. So you can create recurring deal that repeats itself weekly, monthly, yearly, or whatever. We do have recurring invoices as well. So it's great if you have some sort of retainer-based model, like if you're a lawyer, if you're a PR agency, or if you have to renew your customers or your service contracts every year. Bitrix24 CRM does that. And obviously, again, I don't think I've shown you yet how our Kanban thing works, but very cool. Everything changes automatically when you move things around. Things recalculate themselves in real time. And this is how deals work. I'm not going to go into full-blown pipeline management presentation because that's another hour. But I just want to show you a couple important things about Bitrix24 CRM and pipelines that make it stand out. We support multiple pipelines. And this is really, 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 really important. Suppose you own a car dealership. And how do you make your money? Well, first you sell cars, but you also sell parts, and you also do auto repairs, and maybe you sell cars, you accept trade-ins. Those are all various business lines, various profit centers, and you have to set up separate pipelines for them because if somebody is going to buy a car from you, they will want to test drive it, and if a person is test driving a car, they are more likely to buy a car than those who just made a phone call. But this test drive stage is not applicable to car rental or to service or to selling parts. Or let me give you another example. Let's say you're a web studio. If you just make websites, that's fine. But suppose you also provide social media management, search engine optimization, paid advertising, you manage AdWords campaign. Those are different. You charge for website once, but as far as PPC management goes, for example, you charge on a monthly basis. So it helps to have multiple pipelines, and this option is available to commercial Bitrix24 users. Okay, contacts. Let me show you how contacts work. Very similar interface, and you can do anything you want to here, that I've shown you before. Companies are very similar as well. And you will notice that companies and contacts do not have Kanban view because they don't have stages. A contact is a contact, whereas lead can be at various stages. It could be cold or warm. Contacts and companies, they stay in the same status, so to speak. And the last thing I wanted to show you is how to create a deal or a contact or a company from a lead. This is how it's done. Select your option, and then bam, bam, bam. I'm not gonna actually do this because I will have to fill some information, and I don't want to waste my time. And here's how you issue an invoice. If you want to, you can issue invoice from the deal automatically, very easily. Okay, we are done here. Now, okay, the quotes and invoices are pretty self-explanatory, and we have videos about how quotes and invoices work. Quotes are called proposals in some countries. I think this is the case for UK. So if you're not sure what quote is, but you understand what proposal is, then it's the same thing. And obviously quotes, if accepted by clients, can be converted into invoices automatically. And what I want you to know about our invoices is that, yes, we do support PayPal payments, and if you use Stripe app, credit card payments. So the invoices that you issue in Bitrix24, and you can email them, you can send them as PDF files. But if you provide online link to our invoice, your customers can pay online, and it will show in your Bitrix24 CRM that this invoice was paid. And again, we have integrations with QuickBooks, FreshBooks, Xero in our marketplace. Okay, let me go through these options here. Well, activity is pretty self-evident. Activity stream reports. Okay, that reminds me that I did not show you one important thing. The advanced reports live here. Those are advanced reports. For example, I can see activity report, which agents did what, and here I can see that I've done a lot of work. I've sent out outbound emails, scheduled meetings, made calls, all this good stuff. But we have dashboards right here for leads and for deals. So I can understand, what the progress of my deals are, how much money I can expect to make. This is all available in dashboards. Okay, back to settings. Let me change this back because I will be returning for automation. So, okay, sales funnel. Like I've promised, we have sales funnel for various pipelines with and without conversions, so you can understand your conversion rates. If you want to use standard sales funnel, that's fine. Face tracker, I'm not really going to go into it, but we do have a face recognition system that automatically recognizes people from your CRM. This is usually for stores and for restaurants, stuff like that. Contact your local Bitrix24 reseller if you're interested. The history lives here. Of course, we have history inside a specific record, and this is the history for entire CRM. Let's see, product catalog. Like I've said, we do give you embeddable website forms, and we host the forms for you as well. This is the form that I will be showing you later on, so let me open it. Website widget lives here. That is a website widget that gives you ability to provide live chat, callback request, and feedback form. You can actually customize it, add other channels like Facebook Messenger, for example. Open channels live here. I'm not going to be showing them in this presentation. We do have videos about it. And this is our real-time customer support tool that you're welcome to use free of charge. It is already integrated with the CRM. And let's see, applications, very important. And we are in the most important section called settings. Let me see how I'm doing on time, folks. Okay, 40 minutes. Ooh, I'm gonna have to really run through this. Okay, so this is the very important one, statuses and drop-downs. This is where you customize your lead statuses, your deal statuses, your sources. Obviously, it's important for you to track where your customers come from, and this is done manually or automatically in Bitrix24. Contact types, if you use Bitrix24 as a contact manager and you want to separate This is a list of journalists that I do PR with. This is a list of my clients. This is a list of my vendors, suppliers. This is done here. Company types, everything is customizable. Again, I can change color, I can change name. Just not going to show this right now. Industry, size of the company, deal type. This is the stages for each of the pipeline that you have, quote statuses, salutations, like if you want to add a salutation reverend, if you sell to churches, you can. Event types, call statuses for automatic dialer. Again, reminder, I do have a webinar about telephony on our YouTube channel, and this is the invoice statuses as well. Okay, settings. Currencies, we do support multiple currencies. This is where you can add your own currency. Taxes are very important. Obviously, I'm not going to set up any taxes right now, but we support VAT tax, state tax, sales tax, whatever. It's all supported. Pipelines, another option to add a pipeline is from here, or delete or edit it. Contact company detail templates, my company details for stuff like quotes and invoices. Forms and reports, that's where the list of the custom fields is available at. There are two places where you can add fields for various entities. Again, very easy to do. We have videos how to do that. It's actually easier for me to do from the actual contact or actual lead, but you can add it for all other users here as well. Payment systems and payment options, pretty important too. So if you want to accept online payments via PayPal, this is where this is configured. If you want to add bank account information, your bank account information on your invoices, so like net 30, pay within 30 days to this bank account number, routing number, it varies from country to country. This is where it's added. Again, I'm just mentioning it because we have videos about this topic specifically. Permissions are very, very, very important. We have a role-based permission settings. So if you have more than one person using your CRM, you will probably want to configure permissions, what people cannot and cannot do. Can they import data? Can they export data? Can they delete data? Can they update their CRM records? If they have access only to their leads that they have been assigned to, or if you're a supervisor, you should have access to your own leads and everyone in your department. So this is where it's all configured, and it's really granular. You know, you have to configure access rights to different stages of leads or different pipelines. So very, very granular. So very, very, you can fine tune it, you know, really, really, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, I'm not sure, but anyway. And here you have access rights to other parts of Bitrix24 that are integrated with the CRM. CRM forms, website widgets, sales target. I'm sorry if I'm starting to rush through because I'm trying to get to the automation part of Bitrix24. It's by far my favorite part, but I cannot get into it before I mention everything else. Email is pretty important too. So you have briefly three options of integrations. This is the send and save option. It's used by professionals. This option here is when you have multiple agents and they each use their own email addresses, like Mike at Gmail, or Dan at Gmail, or Marsha at yahoo.com. They can, this is a two-way integration. They integrate their email address, and then anytime they write email from Bitrix24 CRM, it is automatically synced with their Gmail or Yahoo account. Or they do not have to actually write email from CRM. After the integration, they can write everything from their Gmail interface, and all emails and all the replies will be automatically synced with Bitrix24 CRM. This option right here is when you have multiple agents, but you want them to use a single email address, like info@bitrix24.com. Then you would have to use this, and this is two-way sync as well. Okay, integrations, CMS. applications talked about that. Other settings. So this is where you disable our new interface and return to the old one. Let me show you what our CRM used to look like. Maybe some of you are used to the, oh, I didn't save the changes. Silly me. I did not save the changes. Other settings. Apply. And if you like our old interface, and there are some people who do, then this is what the old interface looks like. But let me go back and return to the new interface right here. And please look through those options as well. Remember, I talked about access permission rights. Make sure they don't conflict with these settings here. If you want to make leads available to everyone, contacts available to everyone, then use this checkbox. If you do not, remove it. We have special settings for deal configuration, for default views, whether you want it to be as a list or as a Kanban. If you want to add phone calls to your personal calendar, if you want to use incoming email parameters, if you want to remove sent by Bitrix24 signature and all the other good stuff. And also you can select different address formats here as well. And invoice numbering templates are here, as well as quote ID numbering. Okay, apply changes. Good, I think I can finally get to my favorite part. Let me show you how automation works. This is available only on, starting with Bitrix24 Plus plan. So it's available only to commercial users. Okay, I removed my old automation rules. I'm going to show them right from the start. Okay, so these are triggers, and your triggers could be incoming email, incoming call, CRM form submission. You can use webhooks. Visits are not really that critical, or an incoming message to open channels. And for example, if I add incoming email here, it means that anytime a lead, if a lead sends me an email, then the lead stage will be changed to in progress. Let me actually change this, or actually I'll change it in another interface. But let me show you the rules. The rules are what our CRM does when a lead or a deal enters a certain stage. So I'm going to configure a simple automation rule. I'm going to send an email. And once I save this rule, this is what it means. Anytime I add a new record, email is sent immediately. Of course, I could set this sent in, 10 minutes or 10 hours or 10 days, but I'm going to do it immediately. Okay, so save. Let me show you. Let me add a new record. And all I need here is an email address. See here, I have created a lead, and outbound email has been, the system sent email automatically. Pretty cool, huh? Let's do something more complex. Let's use two rules in a row. So let me configure a rule that says that if a person fills out web form submission, then they're assigned this lead stage and an email goes out with an attachment. This is a pretty common scenario, you know, when you have website forms that you tell people, if you sign up for my newsletter, I will send you an ebook, or please receive your free white paper here, your report here. This is basic email capture mechanism used for ages, and Bitrix24 supports this. I'm going to attach a file. Obviously, this is not an ebook, but how about this? Now I'm going to save, and I'm going to save. Now let me go to my contact form. And I'm going to use my other email address. And let's go back to leads. Okay. So, whoops, what did I call it? Here it is. 15 seconds ago, I've entered information in my web form. A lead was automatically created, and then it changed status from unassigned to responsible assigned, like I did. And then I sent an email with an attachment. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, folks, we're not done yet. Let me show you another automation rule. There is a rule called control. So, for example, if I have a deal or a lead that is stuck in the same stage for like 10 days and nothing happens, and by my rules all the leads have to be processed within 3 days, then I can send a message to supervisor that something is going wrong. This lead is not being worked with, this deal is not being worked with. Because we don't have 10 days to wait, I will show you how it works immediately, but let me change to my name, Dmitry Davidov. And this also works with other types of notifications. There are multiple cases where you can use this. Okay, so the rule says, well, the legend is this: if a lead stays in this stage for 10 days, then I will receive notifications. But since it works immediately, anytime I move a lead to this stage, I will be notified. Let me show you how it works. Okay, let me move and watch for this thing right here, this notification center. Bam, 1 notification. Bam, 2 notifications. And here, control rule, control demo. There are a lot of different scenarios where this can be used. For example, you can configure automation workflow that anytime you receive an incoming call, because it can be a trigger, you would receive notification. So I will have a separate webinar that goes through each and every single option available in our automation rules. For example, you can automatically run advertisement in Google, Facebook, and other networks to people in certain stages, lead stages or deal statuses. So you can show ads only to cold leads or only to hot leads, or you can do when you are trying to renew clients, you can automatically start advertising, target them. But the one last thing I want to show you is a rule that is conditional. So let me create a conditional rule that is going to change responsible person. So I'm going to create a rule if, let's see, if ID, how about company name? If company name equals Bitrix, then I want to assign another responsible person. How about, I don't know, Mark. Save. Okay, let's see how this works. Let me look at this lead. It's assigned to Anna Marie, and the condition is that company name has to be Bitrix. So let's edit Bitrix. Save. Done. Okay, that's the one I just played with, right? Okay. So let me move Anna, and let me move Mike Tyson. Let me make sure that Mike doesn't have Bitrix. Okay, no Bitrix, and the person responsible is me. Okay. So if I go to Anna, then you see the responsible changed to Mark Zapan, and this is shown here. Status change, responsible assigned, and you can actually see this in history. So this automatic process changed a responsible person. And there are a lot of examples when this can be handy. For example, you can say condition, if person is from California, assign it to one person. If person is, if the deal exceeds a certain amount, assign it to another person. If currency is euro, then assign it to our UK office, or no, if it's British pounds, UK office. And that's the one without Bitrix, and I remained the responsible person. If you look at the history, no changes other than that I moved from one status to another. Okay, I think we are done with automation. Okay, 58 minutes, so I'm almost done here. One last thing, sites. You can create free landing pages. Let me just show you where our website widget lives. If you decide to create a landing page or a website that's linked to our CRM, again, this is free of charge. So let me work with this website. Very easy to do. See, this is your website. We've already added. I'm changing this demo. I can see what the site is going to be, or a landing page is going to be looking on various devices. Then I publish it, and then boom. This is a page that I've created, live widget. I can add forms, great for various marketing campaigns. All right, I think I'm almost done here. Let me go through my list. I've shown you how to activate trial customized menu, how to invite, configure access rights. We talked about Kanban versus list and group actions. One thing I didn't show you is that in the list view, this is customizable right here. You can configure grid however you want to. It's good to have checklist. Multiple deals covered, conversion, how to create quotes, invoices, how to convert leads to contacts and companies, done. Calendar, I didn't really show you the calendar, but we have a webinar about that as well. This is the new calendar that we're going to roll out very soon. I think your interface might be a little different. If I want to change the background theme. Let me show you how to do that. That's another one I didn't do. Obviously, you can upload your company colors, for example. Add custom fields, apply changes to all, done. Folks, one personal request: if you enjoy this webinar, please upload it on the YouTube. If you want to provide any comments, we love to hear your comments. If you like Bitrix24, I would very much request you share this video or any information that you want to share about Bitrix24 on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, because a lot of people do not know that there really is a free, full-featured CRM available out there with unlimited records, and that's Bitrix24. You do not have to struggle with Excel files. You can get your free CRM and work with it. It also really pisses me off when some CRM companies, make it really, really unaffordable. I recently talked to a gentleman from, I think it was from Texas. He actually had a car dealership, and I don't remember who he was working with, Salesforce or Sugar CRM or some other big name. But the reason he contacted us is because his bill for his CRM grew to $30,000 a year, and he was just fed up. Again, just as a reminder, if you go with our professional plan, you will not pay more than $199 a month. So again, please help me share the news about Bitrix24 with your friends and colleagues. And thank you very much for attending this webinar.